But the point is, she was being a thought monster, and she took accountability for being a thought monster, and people are still dragging her. So my whole question to the Manosphere is like, what is the point of asking women to take accountabilities? What is the point of asking women to take accountability for their own actions and choices if she's still going to get dragged anyway?
You think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine. Even if you call me up 100 times.
Pearl did she did an interview with Brittany Renner and the top G himself, Andrew Tate, and they fucked around and they demonetized her video. Here she talks about it here.
Like it healthy, I might as well just not drink it at all. This is just how Brittany Renner did not want to go to spend a lot of money.
Well, you know what? Screw that. Just know they demonetized her video. They demonetized it. So, she dropped this on Christmas Day.
Guys, welcome to the Just.
And you got, Pearl.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Brittany
so
Renner
obviously
here.
back then.
And Andrew Tate here. Now, obviously, we're not going to sit here and watch the 3-hour interview. Or it's not really an interview. It's just a discussion. But, I mean, the top G was laying on a clinic. He was laying on a clinic. And it was a lot of feelings getting
For
hurt.
survival, women needed a man. Otherwise, when they were pregnant, they could die and all of these things, they would perish. In today's society, given evolution, given the fact that as women we can go
Still
and
need
get...
men.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that. Isn't there a glitch between what is actually happening and the nature of what we have in our bodies? I think that's probably the conflict that we're having right now.
Glitch in what way?
In the sense that women don't feel like they need men in the most physical sense, perhaps
that's
like
right.
naturally.
It's very interesting. Women don't feel like they need men in a physical sense because life is soft, but it's bullshit. And it's bullshit because you still need men by proxy, one, and two, the second life gets difficult, you
Can
very
y'all hear
quickly-
this?
You very quickly learn how much you need men. But women will go, I'm independent, I don't need no man because I have an OnlyFans and men pay my OnlyFans, and if anyone comes up to me, I'll call a male police officer. I don't need men. Shut up, you fucking idiot. Of course you do. You just named your whole life is based on fucking men. The road you're driving on was paved by a man. The house you're living in was built by a man. The car you're driving was designed by a man. Your whole life depends on men. And the second anything bad were to happen to you, the second you were physically threatened, or times were to get hard, or war were to start, or famine, or riots, the first thing you do is find a big strong man, shit yourself, and
Look
throw
at her
feminism
face.
out the window. Feminism goes out the fucking window the second that the snow needs shoveling, or there's a fucking broken down car, or the tire needs changing. Then all that crap vanishes. It's garbage. And this is the actual very interesting thing. I'll make a point here. It's going to get me canceled again, but I don't give a fuck. But this is the point. Feminism in and of itself can't be defended. The point of an idea is that it can be defended by the people who believe in it. This has been the whole point of war since the dawn of time. It doesn't matter if it was the Christians against the Hindus, doesn't matter if it was the Germans against the French. There were people who had ideas and ideologies, and they were prepared to fight each other to defend their ideology. Feminism is an ideology which cannot be defended by feminists. The only people who can defend feminism are the men who subscribe to the garbage. If all the feminists were to get in a line and say, we want feminism, and the conservative men were to get in a line, you would learn very quickly it's bullshit. I had a friend in Afghanistan when Taliban kicked America out. And
When I tell you Andrew Tate was wrecking that damn studio, it was uncomfortable for a lot of them. But I'm gonna say one thing though, because Pearl actually did a one-on-one interview with Brittany Renner. Now, for those of you who don't know who Brittany Renner is sort of a social media influencer, Instagram model, professional whore, so to speak. I'm not saying that she is a whore. I don't know. Based on what I think I believe, I would say, definitely a little bit out there. You know what I'm saying? She wrote a book about all her, her sexual encounters, and there was definitely a bunch of men in there. I'm trying to find the complete interview. Oh, I think it's in her live section. There it is. There. Wait, no, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, okay. There it is. So basically, yeah. So she wrote a book about all of her sexual escapades and everything, and what happened was, at 29 years old, or 28, 29, something like that, she gets with basketball player PJ Washington. Now, PJ Washington was still in college during the time, so he was only 19, right? This is PJ Washington, okay? So, oh, here's the story right here. You can't even Google his name without her coming up, right? So PJ Washington gets with her. Now she got 10 years on him. And so she gets with him, she has a baby, and she leaves him. And then there's like this rumor circling around that he was gonna have to pay like $200,000 in child support. And then, you know, people are kind of dragging her on the internet. And she kind of leans into the villain mentality thing. She's releasing these videos. The thing about it is, PJ should have known, because she actually has a video. I'll actually play the video for y'all. Hold on, let me do this. Let's see if I can find it. Ah, here it is, I think.
Hey, check this out, yo. So look, hey, look, y'all. I might as well make this a vid. I didn't.
Oh my god.
But I do my.
I don't want to hear this. Oh my god, you can't even hear it. I'm trying to. Okay, so they don't have the individual video up here. And I don't want to hear nobody else talk over the video, especially if the audio is going to be bad. But anyway, basically she said she was telling women, if you want to get rich quick, all you got to do is have a baby with the athlete, because none of them use condoms. She said that before PJ Washington. So pretty much everybody ran with the idea that Britney is sort of a thought monster. Over here in the US, thought T-H-O-T means whore. Okay, it's an acronym. It really means that hoe over there. But anyway, so in this interview, okay, Britney is very remorseful. She takes accountability for her choices in her sexual past. And the thing that kind of rubs me the wrong way is when you look in the comments, you still see people kind of dragging her. And I feel like this is the reason why the Manosphere gets such a... Well, this is part of the reason. It's not the whole reason. You know, I like the fact that they got myself here going live with 2 watching. And then they got me right below DJ Academics, who got damn near 10,000 people watching. Thanks a lot for that. YouTube. I appreciate the humbling by you. Anyway, you know, you see a lot of people just kind of dragging her. And I'm like, my whole thing with the Manosphere is talking about women taking personal accountability, and it's very rare. And so you have a woman here taking personal accountability, and I guess I'll play some of it.
Okay. Fake names.
Hold on, let me see if I can find, because I don't want to go through this whole thing.
I'm like, whatever, you're robotic, we move on.
Pretty sure it was in the beginning.
It was unheard of. I never thought these guys would even know I existed. So I felt like there was still that like starry-eyed element where I didn't know what I was doing. I felt like I had been like thrown into Disney World, so to speak, right? Like the world is at your fingertips, and again, all of these high-value men are now seeking you. And again, I'm a girl from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. People don't even probably know where that is. So I think that's where over sexualizing myself and really pitching into that. That's like the whole bad bitch, like wanting to feel like something I didn't.
So were you sleeping with a lot of these guys, and then like posting stuff on social media? Okay.
No, actually, like I said, besides that post where I had, you know, made him my man crush Monday, I didn't even say that we were dating. You know, it's not like I was like, hey, look at me, here I am at a game, or here I am at his house. Like, it wasn't that. It was just, that's how everything started out.
Okay, so I'm just trying to understand, because there's one article that's a one-off, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can kind of recover from one article, in my opinion anyway. But there was more that happened in between.
Yeah.
What happened next?
Because I'm saying this because this is literally on like TMZ. So after that, when I was talking to him, I kind of moved on because I'm like, whatever, you're robotic, we move on. Kind of got caught up with Trey Songz. So TMZ was like asking him questions about, because like my fitness group was like the Fit Thick Army. So then I was linked to him, right?
Okay.
So then that's kind of where it just started to.
So then you started.
Shit wouldn't work out. I would move on.
Okay.
And then like I especially when I first got on social media, it was a different place, right? Early 20s, guys from all over. I mean, it was just, I would entertain one at a time though. That was like my thing. So it was like, when I'm done with you, I'm gonna move on. And then it just became unsuccessful relationships, and I moved on.
Okay, so it was just like,
you never had ill intent. Now, again, I know flights. So there's just things in there that I felt like people did not want to understand me. You didn't open the book. And I'm just like, oh, that was.
No, that's the thing. You don't shy away from that.
Yeah.
But it goes back to my original question, whether you think it's earned or not. Or it's like misrepresented.
Realize that I don't have to do that anymore. So that's where the misrepresentation comes in. But again,
I'm gonna have to break down. I'm gonna have to break down that video because I didn't anticipate going over that. But the point is, she was being a thought monster, and she took accountability for being a thought monster, and people are still dragging her. So my whole question to the Manosphere is like, what is the point of asking women to take accountability? What is the point of asking women to take accountability for their own actions and choices if she's still going to get dragged anyway? I mean, that's just my personal question. Like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? So, guys are still making videos, you know, dragging the girl. Like, if she said, hey, I made a mistake, I don't want to live like that no more, what are we doing? What are we doing? But anyway, that's just my personal opinion. So, guys, we're going to shift. We're going to shift for a moment. We're going to hit an intermission.
Let's go. Hey. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby.